This is Talk Business and Politics with Roby Brock.
Welcome to today's Talk Business and Politics Daily. I'm Roby Brock. Glad to have you with us today. Joined by Mark Peterson. He is with the UA System Division of Agriculture. He's also professor of Community and Economic Development, and he's an old friend of mine, and it's good to have you on the set with me.
Good to be here, Roby. Yeah. Great to see you.
There are some new numbers out about population decline in Arkansas, particularly in counties across the state. Latest census numbers, 2/3 of Arkansas counties lost population. Why are they losing population, Mark?
Oh, it's incredible. You know, the forces of change impacting Arkansas communities are just so powerful. And communities, businesses, counties, nonprofits need to learn how to harness the forces of change because they just devastate.
What are some of the forces of change that you see taking place? Obviously technology and that revolution, but what else?
I think of 6. So one is globalization. So we live in a global economy. Communities have to compete globally. Second will be regionalization, working in a region. So Arkansas communities compete against regions in other states. Third is localization, local food, local culture, local art, music. There's tremendous merit there. Communities that take advantage of that do very well. The fourth would be demographics. So we have the millennials coming up and Xers. So understanding who these folks are and how can you engage them and attract them and make them happy. How do you help them become part of the community? Technology, as you mentioned, is huge. Social media, broadband is critical. And then quality of place, quality of life and place. And that's becoming a key driver. It used to be jobs, and then we have many communities that have good jobs, but they need a workforce. And now it's a quality of place that attracts the workers. So if you have a great quality of place, you attract workers, so they bring the jobs.
I've had some conversations with some millennials before that they don't have a job, but they move somewhere because they like the amenities, they like, as you mentioned, the quality of life there. They like what they can do when they're not working, and they just say they'll move there and find a job, you know, and versus the old days when we used to say, where can I find employment?
That's true.
That's where I'm going. So,
that's true. You know. It's a huge shift. It's a huge shift.
Yeah, so tell me what you're doing, because you do a whole lot of work with communities to try to do creative things, to change their local economies, to help them identify and understand what's going on. So how do you address particularly these latest numbers here that show 2/3 of the state with a severe problem?
That's right. We have a partnership program called Breakthrough Solutions. It's really a strategic planning program. We work with communities, counties, and regions to help them become vibrant and sustainable in the 21st century economy. We have about 20 partners in the public, private, nonprofit sector, just great folks to work with. So we help communities, equip them to become vibrant and successful in this 21st century economy.
Give me some examples of just some communities you worked with before. I've been to a couple of your events and workshops before, so I know a little bit more about that, but some of these folks watching may not.
So we worked with Harrison Core. They had some vacant buildings in the downtown, and they were concerned about that and said, what can we do to really move our community forward? And so we started to work with them, engage the community, did a couple of community attitude surveys. Ed Levy with Cromwell Architects Engineers is one of our partners, and he came in and did a couple of charrettes and created some architectural drawings so they could see what their community could become and look like. And because of their hard work on the local level, they attracted 40 new businesses net into their core district.
Mm-hmm. And you've done some work in the Delta on some stuff too. Is that a different set of challenge? I mean, I guess maybe this is a better question. Are there different sets of challenges in different regions of the state?
Yes. Every community is unique. Every community says, you know, we're unique, and that's true. But there are also many similarities. And ultimately, a community need to engage their people, their citizens, their leaders, their organizations, businesses. They need to talk about what they want to become in the future and preferably learn what other communities are doing around the state. There are some successful communities, great stories and very good leaders. And so we can learn from those folks and apply that in their local setting. Then they need to create an action plan and take action.
You've got a conference coming up that's going to deal with some of this data and deal with some of these ideas. Tell me a little bit about what you got in the works.
Good. So June 7th, we have our 2018 Breakthrough Solutions Conference. It'll be at our Extension headquarters on South University in Little Rock. The theme is strengthening your opportunity pipeline in your community or region. So the 21st century economy, it's digital, it's global, and it's fast, and it's very disruptive, and that's part of why we have so many counties losing population. But it's also loaded with opportunities for communities who understand how to leverage their assets into this environment. So our conference is about that. Our keynote speaker is a lady from Iowa. She directs the Iowa Great Places program. And so if you have a great place, it attracts people, jobs, tourists, retirees, and so forth. And so we have about 30 speakers coming to, these are Arkansans who have something to say about this, and so we can all learn from each other. Our pre-conference workshop is on June 6th, and the theme of that is creating turnaround communities in the 21st century economy. And we're piping in a speaker from Missouri, from Brookfield, Missouri. They lost 2 major employers. Their theater downtown burned down, and they hit bottom. They said, what can we do? So she has a great story, and we have several other speakers as well.
And just so people will be, I guess, encouraged that there is hope beyond just what you see other states doing and what you see some communities doing. Arkansas has been in this situation before, back in the 40s and 50s. We were losing population as a state, and that was really kind of the birth of the industrial era in Arkansas. Some people don't know that story there, so we're giving a history lesson out
Good.
So we've turned it around before and reversed these population declines, I guess is the point that I'm trying to make there. So.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of really good things happening in Arkansas. At the state level, within communities, I think the impact of these forces are really powerful. And so we're creating a venue where people can come and learn from each other. How can we be successful in this arena?
Yep. Well, good luck to you. Again, that information is on your website. I'll give you a chance to plug that. It
Good. Go University of Arkansas Cooperative Extension Service, search for Breakthrough Solutions, and you'll learn about our conference.
All right. He's Mark Peterson. He's with the UA System Division of Agriculture. Always good to see you.
Thank you, Roby.
And we'll be reporting on your conference coming up.
Good. Sounds good.
That's all for today's Talk Business and Politics Daily. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm Roby Brock. We'll see you next time.
Each day, the promise of our nation begins again. Arkansas and America, moving forward. I help make that promise a reality. It's not for everyone, but people everywhere depend on us.
Oh, I love you too, sweetie.
Trucking delivers, or everything stops. And that's what drives me.
I did.
Arkansas Electric Cooperative Corporation provides electric energy across 2/3 of Arkansas. This is an exciting time in our energy history, with incredible progress being made in renewable energy and storage technologies. As our energy portfolio continues to diversify, we'll maintain an all-the-above strategy to provide reliable and affordable electricity. Ever since the first light bulbs were placed in our members' homes, the electric cooperatives have been the solutions provider for our members, and we want to continue that well into the future.